Happy Thanksgiving. This is several things, but this is mainly to sort of close, not close, but come to deal with one situation. To Your Majesty the Queen, I have heard your response, and I thank you, and I understand the reasoning of such response and the necessity of it. I am also humbled that it has to come both from the Queen and the Crown. Lady Markle, you have much fear, but that is fine. I'll get to that in a bit. Prince Harry, right now you are going through severe PTSD, as well as a bit of probably PTSD, more than likely. As one doctor said, it's the little body language guy was showing this video. What he did not understand is you had maybe unconsciously darkened the room because he would have known by now. He would have known after years of where to place the light. What that does is a dopamine. The combination of the back and forth of the shared abuse of Lady Markle has had an effect on you. And basically, what they do is the back and forth creates basically uses your own mind to poison your mind, like literally overload your mind in dopamine, if I remember correctly. It is that this is going to be difficult, and I have to say one thing without saying another thing without saying. Well, Prince Harry, Lady Markle, it is in haste. You and the Lady Markle return to England after requesting a sitting, private sitting, where there are no eavesdroppers, no anything, anyone around, no handlers, no nothing, to speak with your grandmother. The staff said one thing, but the staff did not know what they said, and that's all I can say. Or I should say, more precisely, the thing they thought they said is not the thing that was actually said. Lady Markle, you and Harry will present yourself before both the Queen and the Crown. This is going to be very unusual for you, Lady Markle, because you have never presented yourself before the Crown. There is a famous scene or famous point within the book of within Dune, where Paul meets with the Bene Gesserit. He has to put his hand in the box. This is what's about to happen. No matter what is said there, she might say it might be what is said in public will probably be exact opposite, or it may not be even anything what was said within. But Lady Markle, you will present yourself to both the Queen and the Crown. Harry, she may ask you to leave while she presents herself. The Queen will look into your mind, Lady Markle. The Crown will look into your mind and your soul. You're going to want to cry. You're going to want to run. You're going to want to scream. You may cry, but you have to have that stiff, bitter upper lip. You will be terrified in ways you have never experienced. If you can survive this, which I know you will, even though you will never say whatever happens there, that will be between you, the Queen, and the Crown, and if Harry is still there, him. You will want to cry out. You will say nothing. You will want to run. You will stand fast. You may cry, but you are going to try to hold that back as much as you can. To give you an understanding of the shock, that slight understanding, because you're not going to understand until you go through it, of what is coming. If you look back several months ago when the vice president had to go on her trip to Asia, and upon her return, she was standing beside the president, and the shock in her eyes, she was looking very disheveled, which is highly unusual for her. That times 10 to the 10th power is what you are about to experience. You can only get through it if you believe in the truth of your heart. If you lie to yourself or lie to her, she will destroy you. You stay true to thyself. It will suck. The following days and weeks will be hard. But when you get through them, it will be worth it. Lady Middleton will never understand this. The crown will never show itself to her. Harry, Prince Harry, no matter whom you married, as long as they had heart, Camilla and Middleton would have attacked her. They would have done the exact same thing no matter whom you chose to be with. I have a few requests, but I will not ask for them to now. Remember who you are, Lady Markle. You are an American. You are a sovereign. You have every right to stand. You've worked your tail off, maybe made some mistakes. That is life. Know this. We Jamaicans have a saying, or I was taught a saying: show me your company and I'll tell you who you are. Aren't Camilla and, what's her name, quite chummy? The Chinese have a saying: the lines of your face says the way you have lived your life. Look at the bitters on Camilla's face, and you will understand who she truly is. Stand strong in your light, and you will get through this. Lie to yourself even for a second, and you will be crushed. It is usual with the feminine, as I could say with my no longer friend Robin. it is the want is to run. Running only makes it worse. I told Robin years ago, she got married, as your friend, it is my job to help you maintain your marriage. And I say that to her again. She will try to get her wife to lie for her, and that will destroy her marriage. So I will not press unless she attacks, because I will keep my honor and my word. When you go through this, best thing I remember is a petty officer once in the Navy said, knowledge is gained, wisdom is earned. It's gonna suck. Once you've gone through this, you, I know that because of, I was actually going to say this later, but because of the way these attacks go, they try to erase you in space and time, get you to erase yourself in space and time. And then when you defend yourself, they use that against you, or whatever. Harry, you need to begin as you, as my quote payment, so to speak. It is asked that you learn, take Ron LeGrand's courses, especially the quick turn, even if it's simulcast, and the commercial. And it's not so much that you don't know how to do these things, but I don't think you do. It is the way that Americans know how to put together and put together deals and put together the entrepreneurial spirit. It is asked that you remove yourself from public life for the next year or two. Take those two courses or several courses. Ron has a way of, his marketing has endless and bottomless, but understanding how to create structural deals is necessary, because then you can create a foundation and you can split your positions. One is private, that creates capital, because as soon as the queen moves on from this plane, Middleton will then attack and try to remove any capital that you gain from the queen from being a royal, and and that would mean she wins, and I can't let that happen. And the reason you want to learn how to create these deals and look at business in this manner is people will, as you already know, growing up that way, people will come at you and like see what money they can take from you. If you can create your own capital, learn how to do syndications and build and buy and invest in people and in businesses and land and dirt and all those things, she can't do anything. And then also, if you don't have your master's or PhD, enroll in Harvard or Yale or whatever, just mostly as a way to network and rebalance your mind. Also, the attacks, it affects the nervous system, and we as humans are pretty much walking inductors. We take on the energies of those around us, and by disrupting your energy state, she's disrupted both your state as a person and the your states as a couple. This time is to rebuild and renew yourself. It will be difficult. Lady Merkel will probably freak out a couple of different times. You'll probably get pissed off. You're gonna have to fight through this. I suggest there's Surviving Narcissism, that elder gentleman for the masculine, and then Dr. Romani for the feminine. You can have your staff reach out to find who they would suggest that you can, or Dr. Richard Grannon, because he's Australian, would kind of closer for the masculine, or both, to help you process and retrain yourself. On the other side of this is a strength that you did not know you had, Lady Markle. And as a combat vet, Harry, it will help you get through the PTSD, and more so the CPTSD. Remember this chart. Your power is in your courage and your willingness and acceptance to know that those people are just small and petty. It's hard at first, but the stronger and the more you work, the stronger you become. Remember that this is what she really is, and that they view you as a scapegoat, and that they're nothing more than just an oversized superego. And that's all when you review her. The Middleton and Camilla, that's all they are. They need you because you are a real human being. They need you because they do not exist. So remember the abuse cycle. Always know they will not change. This has happened since childhood, and they really don't have much courage. Once again, do not dally, do not wait. Go through the protocols to see the Queen and the Crown. And you will be tested, Lady Markle. But stand strong in your heart, and you'll get through it. Peace profound.